Welcome to White Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire releases in cinemas as the fifth film in the Ghostbusters franchise and the sequel to 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife. The film is set 2 years after the events of Ghostbusters Afterlife and revolves around the veteran Ghostbusters from the 1980s movies teaming up with the new recruits from Afterlife to save the world from a death-chilling adversary. The film stars Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace reprising their roles from Afterlife alongside Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson and Annie Potts from the 1980s movies, with Kumail Nanjiani and Patton Oswalt joining the cast as new characters. I will not be including a critic consensus as I usually do, as I am seeing the movie this weekend. Actually, while this segment will be airing, I'll be watching the film, so I'm trying to avoid reviews. So I will be reviewing the film next week, and I will include the critic consensus next week, so stay tuned. This week, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was released on home video. The film is a sequel to 2018's Aquaman and is the 15th and final film in the DCEU. The film is directed by James Wan, most famous for his horror films Saw, Insidious and The Conjuring, and stars Jason Momoa, Patrick Wilson and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. The film revolves around Aquaman teaming up with his half-brother Orm in order to stop Black Manta from killing his family. The film was released in December to negative reviews from critics who criticised the film's familiar points. Now, this was my first time watching the film. I wanted to hold out hope for it, but I was thoroughly underwhelmed. The film is staggeringly dull and unoriginal. It has enjoyable moments, but just plods along, and the cast isn't really trying, plus it's pretty obvious that they edited out as much of Amber Heard as possible given her controversies. I gave the film 2.5 stars out of 5. This week, the French legal drama Anatomy of a Fall arrived on home video just over a week after winning Best Original Screenplay at this year's Oscars. The film stars Best Actress nominee Sandra Hüller as a writer trying to prove her innocence in her husband's death. The film also received Best Picture and Best Director nominations at the Oscars. Now, this was my first time watching the film, and I had really high expectations as I've heard really good things about the film, but unfortunately I was really disappointed. While Sandra Hüller does give an incredible performance and the cast of this film is talented, but the Oscar-winning script is very dull and disjointed and slow, so I gave the film 2.5 stars out of 5. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I will be reviewing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, as well as previewing Godzilla x Kong The New Empire, and the UK release of Kung Fu Panda 4. Now back to Gary in the studio.